Summary of Great by Choice: Uncertainty, Chaos, and Luck: Why Some Thrive Despite Them All by Jim Collins, Morten T. Hansen. Great by Choice explores why some companies thrive in uncertainty and chaos while others do not. The authors, Jim Collins and Morten T. Hansen, conducted a 9-year research project to identify the key factors that enable certain companies to achieve extraordinary success despite unpredictable and tumultuous environments. Key concepts. 1.10x companies. The authors identified companies that outperformed their industry index by at least 10 times, labeling them 10-zers. These companies were compared to similar companies that did not achieve the same level of success. Examples of 10x companies include Southwest Airlines, Intel, and Microsoft. 2. Fanatic discipline. 10x leaders exhibit extreme consistency in their actions, adhering to their values, long-term goals, and methods regardless of external circumstances. This concept is illustrated by the 20-mile march, where companies set specific performance markers and consistently achieve them, regardless of market conditions. 3. Empirical creativity. Successful companies rely on empirical evidence and experimentation rather than bold, untested ideas. They balance creativity with practical, data-driven decision-making. For instance, Intel's decision to focus on microprocessors was based on rigorous testing and market analysis. 4. Productive paranoia. 10x leaders maintain a heightened sense of awareness and preparedness for potential threats. They build buffers and maintain a conservative approach to risk. Southwest Airlines exemplified this by maintaining a strong balance sheet and hedging fuel prices to protect against market volatility. 5. Level 5 ambition. Leaders of 10x companies possess a blend of personal humility and professional will. They are ambitious for the company's success rather than their own personal gain. Bill Gates of Microsoft is highlighted as a leader who demonstrated this combination of traits. Example. Southwest Airlines is a prime example of a 10x company. Despite operating in the highly volatile airline industry, Southwest consistently outperformed its competitors. The company adhered to its 20-mile march by maintaining a disciplined approach to growth and cost management. Southwest's leadership, under Herb Kelleher, demonstrated fanatic discipline by sticking to a simple, low-cost business model and avoiding the temptation to expand too quickly or diversify into unrelated businesses. Southwest also practiced productive paranoia by hedging fuel prices, which protected the company from the dramatic fluctuations in fuel costs that plagued other airlines. This combination of disciplined execution, empirical decision-making, and proactive risk management enabled Southwest to thrive in an industry characterized by frequent disruptions and economic challenges. Part 1. The importance of planning. The authors emphasize the critical role of planning in achieving extraordinary success, especially in unpredictable and chaotic environments. The concept of planning is intricately tied to the idea of the 20-mile march, a metaphor derived from the story of two teams racing to the South Pole in 1911, one led by Roald Amundsen and the other by Robert Falcon Scott. The 20-mile march. Amundsen's team meticulously planned their journey, setting a consistent goal of traveling 20 miles each day, regardless of weather conditions. This disciplined approach ensured steady progress and allowed them to conserve energy and resources. In contrast, Scott's team lacked such a disciplined plan, pushing hard on good days and resting on bad ones, leading to exhaustion and eventual failure. Example: Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines exemplifies the importance of planning through its adherence to the 20-mile march. In the volatile airline industry, Southwest maintained a disciplined approach to growth and cost management. The company set clear performance markers, such as maintaining profitability and low costs, and consistently achieved them, regardless of market conditions. For instance, during the 1970s and 1980s, when the airline industry faced deregulation and economic challenges, Southwest stuck to its low-cost business model. The company avoided the temptation to expand too quickly or diversify into unrelated businesses. This disciplined planning allowed Southwest to build a strong financial foundation and weather economic downturns better than its competitors. Empirical creativity and productive paranoia. planning also involves empirical creativity and productive paranoia. Empirical creativity means making decisions based on rigorous testing and data rather than gut feelings. For example, Intel's decision to focus on microprocessors was not a bold leap but a carefully planned move based on extensive market analysis and testing. Productive paranoia involves anticipating potential threats and preparing for them. Southwest Airlines demonstrated this by hedging fuel prices, which protected the company from dramatic fluctuations in fuel costs that affected other airlines. This proactive planning ensured that Southwest could maintain its low-cost structure even when fuel prices spiked. In Great by Choice, planning is not about predicting the future but about preparing for it. The disciplined approach of the 20-mile march, combined with empirical creativity and productive paranoia, enables companies to thrive in uncertainty. By setting clear goals, consistently achieving them, and preparing for potential threats, companies like Southwest Airlines have demonstrated the power of planning in achieving sustained success. Part 2: The Role of Luck and Randomness. The authors delve into the role of luck and randomness in the success of companies. They argue that while luck and randomness are inevitable, the way companies respond to these factors determines their success. The authors introduce the concept of return on luck, ROL, to explain how companies can leverage luck to their advantage. The concept of return on luck. Collins and Hansen's research shows that both successful and unsuccessful companies experience similar amounts of luck, both good and bad. However, what sets the successful companies apart is their ability to maximize the benefits of good luck and minimize the damage from bad luck. This is what they refer to as a high return on luck, ROL. Example: Bill Gates and Microsoft. A prime example of high ROL is Bill Gates and the founding of Microsoft. In the mid-1970s, Gates and his partner Paul Allen were fortunate to come across an opportunity to develop an operating system for IBM's first personal computer. This was a stroke of good luck, but what followed was a series of strategic decisions that maximized this opportunity. 1. Seizing the opportunity. When IBM approached Gates, he didn't have an operating system ready. Instead of turning down the opportunity, Gates quickly acquired an existing operating system, QDOS, from another company and adapted it for IBM. This quick and decisive action turned a lucky break into a foundational moment for Microsoft. 2. Leveraging the deal. Gates negotiated a non-exclusive licensing agreement with IBM, allowing Microsoft to retain the rights to the operating system. This decision enabled Microsoft to sell the operating system to other computer manufacturers, exponentially increasing its market reach and revenue. 3. Building on success. Microsoft didn't rest on its laurels after the IBM deal. Gates and his team continued to innovate and improve their software, ensuring that Microsoft remained at the forefront of the rapidly evolving tech industry. This continuous improvement and innovation turned initial luck into sustained success. The role of discipline and preparation. The authors emphasize that luck alone is not enough. Companies must be disciplined and prepared to capitalize on lucky breaks. This involves having a clear vision, maintaining operational excellence, and being ready to act swiftly when opportunities arise. In Great by Choice, Collins and Hansen convincingly argue that while luck and randomness play a role in business success, it is the disciplined, empirical, and proactive responses to these factors that truly make the difference. Companies that achieve a high return on luck are those that are prepared, disciplined, and ready to seize opportunities when they arise. Part 3: The importance of consistent decision-making. The importance of consistent decision-making as a cornerstone of success for companies operating in uncertain and chaotic environments. This consistency is not about rigidity but about maintaining a disciplined approach to decision-making that aligns with the company's core values and long-term goals. The concept of consistent decision-making. Consistent decision-making involves setting clear performance targets and adhering to them regardless of external circumstances. This approach is encapsulated in the concept of the 20-mile march, which represents a commitment to steady, incremental progress. Companies that practice consistent decision-making are able to navigate volatility and uncertainty more effectively because they have a clear framework guiding their actions. Example: Intel. Intel's transformation into a dominant player in the microprocessor industry is a prime example of the power of consistent decision-making. In the early 1980s, Intel faced a critical decision point. The company was struggling with its memory chip business, which was being undercut by Japanese competitors. At the same time, Intel had a burgeoning microprocessor business that showed great promise. 1. Strategic decision. Intel's leadership, including CEO Andy Grove, made the bold decision to exit the memory chip business and focus entirely on microprocessors. This decision was not made lightly. It was based on rigorous analysis and a clear understanding of the company's strengths and market opportunities. 2. Commitment to the decision. Once the decision was made, Intel committed fully to it. The company redirected its resources, talent, and strategic focus towards developing and marketing microprocessors. This consistent commitment allowed Intel to innovate rapidly and establish itself as a leader in the industry. 3. Long-term focus. Intel's consistent decision-making extended beyond the initial strategic shift. The company maintained a long-term focus on microprocessors, continually investing in research and development to stay ahead of competitors. This unwavering commitment to a clear strategic direction enabled Intel to dominate the market for decades. The role of discipline. Consistent decision-making requires discipline. It involves setting clear goals, creating a plan to achieve them, and sticking to that plan even when faced with challenges or opportunities to deviate. This discipline helps companies avoid the pitfalls of reactive decision-making, where actions are driven by short-term pressures rather than long-term objectives. In Great by Choice, Collins and Hansen illustrate that consistent decision-making is a critical factor in achieving sustained success. By setting clear performance targets and adhering to them, companies can navigate uncertainty and chaos with greater confidence and effectiveness. Intel's strategic shift to focus on microprocessors is a powerful example of how consistent decision-making can transform a company's fortunes and establish it as a leader in its industry. Part 4. The concept of productive paranoia. The concept of productive paranoia to describe how successful leaders and companies prepare for and navigate uncertainty and chaos. Productive paranoia is the practice of maintaining a heightened sense of awareness and preparedness for potential threats, even when things are going well. This mindset helps companies build resilience and respond effectively to unexpected challenges. The concept of productive paranoia. Productive paranoia involves constantly asking what if, and preparing for worst-case scenarios. Leaders who practice productive paranoia are not paralyzed by fear. Instead, they channel their concerns into proactive measures that protect their companies from unforeseen disruptions. This approach includes building buffers, maintaining a conservative financial position, and being vigilant about potential risks. Example: Intel. Intel's former CEO, Andy Grove, is a quintessential example of a leader who embodied productive paranoia. Grove famously said, "Only the paranoid survive," reflecting his belief that constant vigilance and preparation are essential for long-term success. 1. Anticipating threats. Grove was known for his ability to foresee potential threats to Intel's business. For example, in the 1980s, he recognized the growing competition from Japanese semiconductor manufacturers. Instead of waiting for the competition to erode Intel's market share, Grove proactively shifted the company's focus from memory chips to microprocessors. 2. Building buffers. Under Grove's leadership, Intel maintained a strong balance sheet with significant cash reserves. This financial buffer allowed the company to invest in research and development, weather economic downturns, and respond quickly to market changes. 3. Scenario planning. Grove implemented rigorous scenario planning at Intel. The company regularly conducted war games to simulate potential competitive threats and market disruptions. This practice helped Intel develop strategies to mitigate risks and seize opportunities. The role of discipline. Productive paranoia requires discipline. It involves consistently monitoring the external environment, questioning assumptions, and being prepared to pivot when necessary. This disciplined approach ensures that companies are not caught off guard by unexpected events. In Great by Choice, Collins and Hansen illustrate that productive paranoia is a critical factor in achieving sustained success. By maintaining a heightened sense of awareness and preparedness, companies can navigate uncertainty and chaos with greater confidence and effectiveness. Intel's proactive shift to focus on microprocessors and its rigorous scenario planning are powerful examples of how productive paranoia can transform a company's fortunes and establish it as a leader in its industry. Part 5: The Importance of Relentless Discipline. The importance of relentless discipline as a key factor in achieving extraordinary success, especially in unpredictable and chaotic environments. This discipline is not about rigidity but about maintaining a consistent and methodical approach to decision-making and execution, regardless of external circumstances. The concept of relentless discipline. Relentless discipline involves setting clear goals, creating a plan to achieve them, and sticking to that plan with unwavering commitment. This approach ensures that companies make steady progress and avoid the pitfalls of reactive decision-making driven by short-term pressures. The authors illustrate this concept through the metaphor of the 20-mile march, which represents a commitment to consistent, incremental progress. Real-world example: Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is a prime example of a company that has thrived through relentless discipline. In the highly volatile airline industry, Southwest maintained a disciplined approach to growth and cost management, which allowed it to outperform its competitors consistently. 1. Setting clear goals. Southwest set clear performance targets, such as maintaining profitability and low costs, and adhered to them regardless of market conditions. This disciplined approach ensured that the company did not overextend itself during boom periods or panic during downturns. 2. Consistent execution. The company adhered to a simple, low-cost business model, focusing on short-haul flights, quick turnaround times, and a no-frills service. This consistency in execution allowed Southwest to maintain operational efficiency and customer satisfaction. 3. Avoiding distractions. Southwest avoided the temptation to diversify into unrelated businesses or expand too quickly. Instead, the company focused on its core strengths and gradually expanded its network in a controlled manner. This disciplined approach helped Southwest build a strong financial foundation and weather economic downturns better than its competitors. The role of leadership. Relentless discipline is often driven by strong leadership. Leaders who embody this trait set the tone for the entire organization, ensuring that everyone remains focused on the long-term goals. Herb Kelleher, the co-founder and former CEO of Southwest Airlines, exemplified this leadership style. Kelleher's commitment to the company's core values and disciplined approach to growth played a crucial role in Southwest's sustained success. In Great by Choice, Collins and Hansen illustrate that relentless discipline is a critical factor in achieving sustained success. By setting clear goals, maintaining consistent execution, and avoiding distractions, companies can navigate uncertainty and chaos with greater confidence and effectiveness. Southwest Airlines' disciplined approach to growth and cost management is a powerful example of how relentless discipline can transform a company's fortunes and establish it as a leader in its industry. Thank you for listening. I hope this content is useful to you. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our team.